Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier catching up on some Mike's Instant movie reviews. I just saw It's a Wonderful Night. God damn it. It's a Wonderful Knife. It's a Wonderful Knife, which is a parody or a tribute or a homage to It's a Wonderful Life. Someone is changing their tire in the parking lot. I don't want them to ask for my help, okay? So let's discuss. Should you see it? Should you not? I don't know. I mean, typically with horror films these days, if you've been watching my Mike's Instant movie reviews, a lot of time with horror films, I say, if you're a horror fan, you should see this one. If you're not, you shouldn't. This one, I can say, if you're not a horror fan, you probably shouldn't see it. And if you are a horror fan, I don't know if you'll like it, to be honest with you. I think this movie is trying to be, unique and original with this kind of variation of a theme on It's a Wonderful Life mixed in with your, I Know What You Did Last Summer type of, stab movies type of deal. I don't know if it's fully effective. And this is something I normally don't do. I normally don't really go hardcore on the actors in a movie. But this time I do feel like the performance of our lead here, not our lead, but the lead in this movie, I don't know if she was very unique in her presentation. She kind of seems like someone who has taken a lot of the same acting classes or has watched a lot of movies and is kind of just giving our interpretation of what the lead actress in a horror film like this should be, if that makes any sense. Like a lot of her acting tools are kind of like the get angry in the face and then kind of like having a dramatic moment and looking away for a moment to, just like shit that you've seen a million times, little actorisms that you've seen with others. I don't know. I mean, the movie starts strong. I think the first 10 minutes of the movie was pretty strong and it was kind of set me up to really want to think this thing was going to be great. But then it just kind of fizzled into tomfuckery. I suppose if I had watched It's a Wonderful Life many times, I've seen it maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. I don't have the whole thing memorized, but I guess if I had watched that right before this film, maybe I'd appreciate this homage a little bit better. The representation is strong in this one, at least in one direction, if you want to hear it. Not the band One Direction. But the homosexuality couples are well represented, if that makes a difference to you, one way or the other. We start off with the gay brother, and then we have the gay football team members, and then we have the gay aunt and her lesbian lover. And then our lead character, who has a boyfriend early in the film, suddenly she's kind of going out with the town weirdo female. So she becomes, she kind of crosses the line, so to speak, TNA wrestling Impact. So, there it is. I mean, if you don't care, you don't care. If you do, you do. But it does seem like that was important for the filmmakers that, roughly 60% of the characters in this movie are of that homosexual persuasion, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with that, okay? So there you go, folks. So did I like the movie? Did I not like the movie? I found myself nodding off a little bit. I didn't hate the movie, but I did find that I was kind of looking forward to it to being over, and I don't even think that even like the less discerning horror fan, I don't particularly see anyone going goo-goo for Cocoa Puffs with this one either. I mean, it's not like the It Lives Inside or Talk to Me, these other horror films that were 2023 that I can see having some shelf life. I think this one is kind of fade into the sunset of an also-ran type of movie, okay? Horror film. I just feel like the uniqueness of it is not that unique. What they're trying to be unique is really not that unique. The acting is not superb. The killer basically feels like the same thing from just typical, frenetic, running, cloaked, very similar kind of to the ghost face from Scream, but like the angel. Just like Scream in white, basically, like the angel angel in this one. And then like the weird kind of pseudo-motivational big businessman, Will, whatever the fuck the character's name is. He's the killer in disguise. It didn't... That was maybe the most interesting character, was this tycoon who was actually the killer, but I don't know. This movie was... I hate that... I don't hate the term, but the term hot mess... This is kind of like a tepid mess. It's not even hot, okay? So there you fucking have it, folks. I give this one a thumbs down. Sorry, okay? Sorry, whatever the fuck. Sorry, is it Shudder or whatever? Just not, it's a big miss. It's horrible. So Disregard the Vampire, Mike Messier documentary, A Distance from Avalon, my horror novel. All these things are better for your horror needs than this one. MikeMessier.com.